I'll use my own background if you don't mind.
Sure.
My wife and I had twins, boy and girl twins. Smart, of course, they're smart. Lovable.
What parent doesn't think their child is
Personality
smart?
plus. But when it was time to go to kindergarten, we put them both in kindergarten.
Yes.
She was ready. He wasn't. He wanted to stay home and play with his cars and play cowboys and Indian, whatever they play with.
Right.
And the teacher brought us in for a talk and said, look, he's not ready. I suggest you hold him out for a year and then put him back into kindergarten next year. I didn't like the idea because they're twins. Look, that would split them up. She'd be a grade ahead of him, and that might have social repercussions, in my mind. But my wife prevailed. Thank the Lord that she prevailed. And she said, no, let's do what the teacher said. Let's take him out, put him in. And you know, a year later, he was ready for kindergarten. I think his sister inspired him, but he was ready for it. Today, she's a high official with the Boeing company, and he's a medical doctor with his MD.
Turned out well,
I mean, it turned out well.
Yeah.
But are these the kind of things you might recommend holding a child out if he or she is not ready to start school?
I would recommend that you do just what you did. You have a conversation with the family and the kindergarten teacher, and you talk about it, think about it. I think it's ultimately the parents' call, because they know the child best.
Right.
But you know, let's give them a chance. Interesting what you said, because we know about all aspects of children's learning, that little girls go like this and little boys go like this. And they get to the same place, but there's just differences between
They
the
process
two.
things differently,
They sure
don't
do.
they?
Yeah.
And we do throughout our adult lives, too.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that
That's
issue
okay.
of individual differences.
That's it.
And, you know, really good education takes that into account.
Yeah.
Well, what's on tap for the state legislature in terms of early learning?
Well, you know, it has been an exciting session, even though it's a short session. It's longer than we thought. And some things that are coming out. One thing I'm very excited about is there is a program that is in another department of the state that is for young children and families with disabilities, birth to 3. And it should be part of the Department of Early Learning, and now it is going to be.
Oh, good.
So we're delighted to welcome them as part of the bigger umbrella of early learning. There's another bill that's looking at having the program I referenced, ECAP, for children at risk, and making that an entitlement, so that parents and families know that if they have need, the state is entitling their child to get extra help. The idea being that if you help them when they're 3 and 4, they will start it as 5-year-olds ready to learn. So those are two, I think, very exciting things.
Now, you two are available for speaking engagements, are you?
Oh, yes. We
right.
travel.
We've been doing the circuit. Yes.
We travel. We love doing this.
Okay, how do we get in touch with you?
I am Bette Hyde, and I'm at del.wa.gov.
You better give that again, please.
del.wa.gov.
Okay, that's easy enough. What's your phone number?
Don't call me. I'm never there. Seriously, it's
so
easier to email.
So go to the website.
Please do.
You're always out on the road, aren't you?
I am
You
pretty
are.
much. Yeah.
And Nina, how do we get hold of you?
And our website is www.thrivebyfivewa.org.
And your phone number, or are you always out of the office,
Pretty much
too?
the same thing. The best way to get me is by email, and I will answer.
We will.
Okay.
We both do.
Another way to do it is to Google and look up early learning, I would suppose. Those are the key words, early learning.
Early learning.
Yep.
Early Learning Washington, I bet you'll find us.
If it takes you to the department, then there'll be a link to us.
Yeah,
there,
we link
so.
back and forth, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two know what you're talking about. You've got an education background.
I do.
You have an education background.
Actually, I have a social work and business
All
background.
right. You're a grandmother.
I'm a grandma.
You have children.
I have dogs.
Oh, you have dogs. Oh.
But I care about children very much.
Sure you do, of course. Yeah, you have your wonderful family.
Right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Nina Auerbach, you're CEO of Thrive by 5 Washington.
Yes.
Got to get that right.
Correct.
And Bette Hyde, you are head of the department, the State Department of Early Learning. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching today. I hope you've gotten a lot from this. This is exciting. Imagine what you can do with your children and grandchildren when they're young. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.
You've been watching Public Report, a public affairs presentation of KTBW. The opinions expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect the views of the Trinity Broadcasting Network.